This video is for the retest review for test 4. It is over functions part 1. You are eligible to take this retest until October 30th, so if you are planning on taking it, which I'm assuming if you're watching this video, please make sure that after you take this, you go talk to your teacher about when you can take the retest. Problem 1 asks us to find the rate of change for the line shown. Rate of change is another word for slope. And so I am looking for some good solid points where we can clearly see the line going through the grid. So if I count from point to point, remember slope always goes from left to right. And we go up or down first, so rise over run. So for this problem, I go down 1, 2, 3. Because I go down, it is a -3. Also, just by looking at the slope, I can see it's a negative. And then I go to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my rise is a -3. My run is 4. And then again, when we look at that graph, it has a decreasing or downward slope. So it would be a -3/4. Problem 2 asks us to find the slope of the line through the 2 points. Our slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So when I label my points, x1, y1, and then x2, y2, I am plugging into the formula. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm just looking at those labels that I have in the red and the green and filling it in accordingly. Please note that my green lines up and my red lines up, which it should, and then my y's are on the top, x's are on the bottom. From here, I can plug these different pieces into my calculator. So -2 minus 8 is -10. And then 3 minus 9 is -6. And then in my calculator, I can type this in. I have -10 divided by -6, and then click math, enter, enter, and it turns it into the most reduced smallest fraction, which is 5/3. So I plug -10 divided by -6 into calc, and click math, enter, enter, and that's where I got 5/3 from, the most reduced fraction. Problem 3 says the number of car washes sold per week is a function of the number of sunny days in a row. Write the dependent quality. So the number of car washes is a function of days. So car washes is a function of days. Dependent, therefore, would be the car washes, because dependent is on the outside. 4, Kayla is taking 4 pre-AP classes this year. She must complete a biology experiment and determines that she wants to see how the amount of water impacts a lima bean. If the height is a function of water, what is the independent? So the independent is on the inside. So water is on the inside and would be our independent variable. 6 is a special case that asks us for the slope of the graph shown. This slope is a bucks, which is undefined. You could also take this and you could kind of make a U with it to help you remember it's undefined. 7 is a hoy because it goes through your y-axis, which means it has a slope of 0. You can also remember that this can help us create a Z with the line. So you're either creating a U or a Z, because those are only special cases. 8 asks us to graph the line using the information and asks us for the slope and the y-intercept. So we can find our slope and y-intercept by using slope-intercept form. So the slope is our m value. The m is with the x, which is 3/4. And then the y-intercept is your b value, which is behind. So that would be that -5. Our steps to graph this line are plot b on the y-axis, and then use your slope of 3/4 to continue the line. And our slope of a positive 3/4 means we're going to go up 3 and then to the right 4. So again, my first step is to put b on the y-axis. So b is a -5, meaning I go down 5 and plot a point. Then I use my slope of up 3, right 4 to continue to put some dots on my graph. Problem 9 asks us the same question. Our slope is -3, and then our x-intercept is different. So first I'm going to start by graphing 1, because that is my b value on the y-axis. My slope is a -3, so I go down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1. And then my x-intercept, I'm just going to put that it is between, sorry, let me do a different color. X-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, so it's between 1 and 2, because it doesn't work out very nicely. So it's just somewhere between 1 and 2. 10 asks us to graph a line that goes through the point 2, -6 that has a slope of -1/3. So we are going to plot first. So I go 2, -6 and plot that. And then second, I use my slope of -1/3. -1/3 means go down 1, right 3. So down 1, right 3, down 1, right 3. We can also go up and to the left to get a couple extra points, and then draw our line. Problem 11 asks us for the rate of change, y-intercept, x-intercept, and of the line graph. So the rate of change from point to point, we are going up 2 to the right 4. So 2/4, which reduces to 1/2. Y-intercept is where it crosses the y. And it crosses the y down here at -2. And then the x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, and it crosses at 4. Remember that the letter that you are given for the intercept is the point where your number goes. So x-intercept has a value at x, y-intercept has a value at y, and then the other ones are zeros.